Generic greetings and welcome to Cosmoteer, the starship architect and commanding game. This is a game where you will build a spaceship out of different modular parts and then fight other spaceships until either you die or get bored and quit the game. It's not a new concept. I've played several of these games over the years in varying states of development, but honestly, this is one of the better ones I've tried, and the best part is it's currently free to download. It's version 0.12.8 as you can see from the bottom right, so it's still in development. It isn't finished yet, but the developer is looking for feedback and not selling it at the moment, which is why it is free. I think the plan is later on it will be sold on varying platforms, but for the moment you can try it out. So I'm going to jump in, show you a little bit of the game, and you can decide whether it's worth your time or not. Spoiler alert, I think it is worth your time. Let's go to the bounty hunter mode, which is the sort of tutorial, and also, I guess it would be the campaign type thing. There's also a creative mode with unlimited money, but I don't really like that. So this is the spaceship that we get. Now, the thing that sets this game apart from a lot of the other games that I've tried is that you have a crew. So it's like airships in that sense. You have a crew that will walk around and actually fulfill various tasks. So we've currently got someone manning the control room. We've got people manning the small laser blaster, and as you can see we've got a reactor. Now that's important because A, it powers the ship, and B, these things all require power, but it's not a direct connection. It's not like you run power lines or anything. These crew will actually go in there and take batteries to individual areas, which we'll see that as we get on later on during the video. But you can see that our ship is made up of different parts. So there's an armor wedge, there is an armor block, there's our reactor, and they all do different things. So this is a standard thruster, this is a small thruster, and then we've got some weapons. We've also got some gaps. So what I'm going to do is go to build mode and just fix all of this. So we'll go over to build mode, and then you can see we get a grid. It's all grid-based, and we've got some areas where we can't build, which is showing us these lines here. That's because of where the thruster marks are, but everywhere else you can build. So everything costs some money. We've currently got 25,000 generic units of space currency, and what I'm going to do is go over to armor, and then to this section here, and then we'll click it here. Now, as you can see, I've actually got symmetry on at the moment, because there is a symmetry tool. Again, this game is more featured than a lot of the early access games I've played previously, which is... I don't know whether it says more about this game or them. I think it's column A and column B. Anyway, on the front, we're also going to put another weapon. So we'll go to weapons and then a small laser, and then we'll go there, and it's immediately built. But you can see, I'll just pause it for a second, it's not powered up. What's going to happen is someone's going to go there, this person here, and he's going to walk in and sit down at the console. So they're now manning this console so it can fire, or rather, it would be able to fire if there was energy, but there isn't. So these guys have now taken energy from this section, and they're going to take it and then place it in there, which is what they've done, and now it's powered up. That's what separates this game from a lot of other things. Okay, so we'll close that. Oh, by the way, you can also do things like paint it, so we can give it sort of non-hyperspace camo if we really want to, so something like that. And then you can also alter the buy and hire crew and stuff. In terms of building, you can build as big as you want, but you will have to watch out for a couple of things. A, power. As you can see from the bottom right, we have a power. The minimum power required for this thing is 3, but the recommended is 6. We've got 8 in total. And the crew is minimum 6, recommended 11, but we've only got 8. So I want to probably get some more crew. So let's go over to crew quarters, and then we'll put a crew quarter in... actually, you know what? Probably put another set of bunks in, like that. There you go. And now we have 14 crew, some more than enough to do this. You don't have to feed the crew, you don't have to do anything like that. It's not that sort of game. Like I say, it does remind me of airships in a sense. So, let's see what we got to do. Well, on the mini-map, on the bottom right, you can see we've got our, well, this is where we are, and then we've got some red dots, and the red dots are enemies. So what we'll do is we'll head off and we'll try and engage things. So, we've got a line of sight. So this is like what our, I guess it would be our sensors, and we can see in this thing here. Anything outside of that, we just see as a blob. We've got an unknown contact, so we don't know what it is. Now, another thing that sets this apart from a lot of these building games is you can actually have multiple ships. You can have a fleet of them. Now, I prefer just to have one big ship, but I can honestly understand why you would want a fleet, because it gives you a lot more advantages to attack and defend, whereas if you, oh hang on, we don't want to attack here because that's 2 enemies in one, and we really don't want that, so we're just going to go back over and pull away from this thing, because we don't want to engage 2 enemies at once. That'd be bad. Let's go over there, we'll engage the enemy at the other side, and what we'll do is we'll speed it up. But yes, you'll have a lot more advantage if you can, say, have one big ship that's very tanky and then flank and such like that. That'll be quite a good thing. But commanding the fleet is not great. Like, you just tell them to attack and they will attack. You can order different weapons to fire. Like, you can actually click on different weapons and manually either toggle on or off like that, or you can manually fire them and things like that. So there is all of this micromanagement stuff in it, but not for fleet stuff, at least not that I can tell. Anyway, so we're going to engage this scout. I've told them to engage it, and what they'll do is just shoot as much as they want and what they want, but you can target individual systems. So I can say target their weapons like that, which is something I want to do because I want to take their weapons out. You can see where this is going to go, and it is fully physics-based, so the idea is that it will have to speed up and slow down, so you can see all of these thrusters are firing because they, need to slow down. They don't want to go into it, because if you crash into it, yes, you do actually hit it and take damage. You can see our laser shots are coming in there. These lines represent what we're targeting, and boom, there you go, we've blown it up. So we get loads of different parts flying off, all of the bits of debris, which is pretty cool. We're going to target that one, and you can also see there is a crew member there. It looks like crew members, as far as I can tell, they have like a spacesuit on, so that you can't like blast a crew member so he sort of flies off and gets spaced. It's just not going to happen. It would be nice if there was like a pressure system in it, so they would be like sucked out and things like that, but maybe that's something they're going to add later on, who knows, or maybe it's just not within their remit. So I'm going to target the centerpiece, which is the reactor core, because if that blows up, then you destroy the ship, and it's probably not going to take too long, and there you go, the ship explodes, and I get some credits, which is fine. And what I'm going to do is repair the ship, so you can actually repair them all manually, or you can just say repair all, and it just pretty much repairs immediately. And I think we're going to expand the ship, so what I'm going to do is go to build mode. You can see the camera spins around to make it easier for you to build, which is something I really appreciate. Let's go over to weapons, and oh, sorry, that's the ammo factories and such. Let's go to weapons. There we go. And we've got things like a big ion beam, we've got a cannon, we've got missile launcher. I think what we'll do is we'll have a missile launcher. So we're going to get rid of these two. So we'll go to destroy, and we'll destroy both of those. And then we'll put a missile launcher in like so. And actually, won't put it there because it's going to take up a lot of these slots. Now, if it can place doors, it will do that. But I think instead what we'll do is we'll go to corridor, and we'll just place some corridor like that. You can also place doors as well, and it's something you want to do to give you access to different areas. You can see it's all highlighted green if you want to say, right, we want better access into this area. There'll be reasons why you would do that and reasons why you wouldn't, but either way, we'll leave it as this. If we put it like that, it says no crew access, which is interesting. I thought it would have crew access. Maybe it's to do with the doors. Or do I need to... Hang on. Delete that. What if I make it armor blocks instead? Armor, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we put it on like so. Yes, we can do it that way. That's a better way of doing it. So, oh no, it's not for some reason. It's just not working. Oh well, we'll put it like that, and will that work? Door there, won't work. Don't know why. That's very strange. What we'll have to do then, delete that, put the corridors back in, like that, and then we'll put a cannon on the front, because I know I can put a cannon on the front, and there we go. So we've got a cannon, same thing, they're going to go over there, and they're going to sit on it. But here's the problem, it doesn't have ammo. You need an ammo factory, so I'm going to place an ammo factory in here, and then that will have to be powered up, and then they'll start producing ammo. And you can see we start got ammo there. It looks like there's a nuclear symbol there, so maybe it's sort of it's actually nuclear shells, who knows. We've gone to Eve level of shells now, we've got 1400s, and there we go, we got a cannon on it. Right, cool. So we'll just close that off, and then we'll engage our new target over here. Once you've defeated each enemy, you can then progress on to this area, which is like the random map, and I think it is randomly generated, and you can fight different things. That's probably quite difficult because it's a red shield. This one, not so much because it's only like a little yellow one, so it all matters where you jump. But at the moment, I can't say there's any like real... There's really much more than this. This is the game. You go around, you build, you fight, you build, you fight, and then, as I said, if you get bored, then you quit out. If you die, then you die. There's other modules that I haven't shown you yet. There's shields, there's other such things, so we'll get on that in a moment. There's our shots going out. That is an interesting looking ship. I'm going to target their cannon there. You can middle mouse on a ship, and it will focus your camera if you want to see the fight like that. And yep, there's them. That's that dead. How is our ship faring? It is faring quite well. There you go, you can see them all. This is showing you just how the game functions. People are running around, people are manning stuff. Look at the cannons firing. Yeah, it does remind me of airships. It really does, in that sort of sense. Don't know if there's boarding in the game. Haven't got that far yet. Would be nice if there was, but alas. Looks like we're taking it apart. Really, really nice simulation there of all the different pieces falling off. Let's just target that thing because we're about to win. Obviously, you can see what's happened now is we've damaged their reactor and we've damaged the control room, so they can't really control the ship anymore. It's trying to turn around, but it doesn't really have the thrusters, so there it goes. Okay, repair. So we'll repair that, and then we'll build a bit more. What else have we got? We've got storage for batteries, we've got quarters, we've got large thrusters, we've got FTL drives, we've got shield generators, so maybe putting a shield generator on the front would be a good idea. One there and one there, maybe, like that. That might be an alright idea. Let's see how it goes. You've also got point defense, which will shoot down, I'm guessing, missiles? Yeah. Missiles, yeah. Never tried it, so yeah. You've also got a fire extinguisher as well, which is already in place. Don't know if there's a tech tree. I haven't got that far, but I don't think so. Or I don't know if you can find different parts as well. That's a thing that I'll be trying later on. You can see that this is all turned on, but it does require a lot of power. So what I might do is have another... I might have another reactor in here, so we'll go over to power and reactor, and I think we'll place a reactor in that corner. The problem is that this ship is getting very bloated, so it's just got feature creep, this thing, so there's just more and more stuff being added, which is not good because it's all over the place, the decking's all wrong and things like that. But anyway, we have this thing. What we'll do is close that down. We haven't got enough crew to... Well, we've got enough crew to make this thing work. We do have that, but we don't have... we don't have the maximum amount of crew required, which is not good. Well, it'll work, but it means that if we have a problem, or we need a lot of people moving stuff, then we might not get everything firing at the same time. Let's just have a look at our ship. Looks very nice, doesn't it? Very pretty, with the shields on the front as well. Okay, so we're going to engage this thing. As I said, the options for attacking, you don't get any formations or anything, so... Well, especially not we've only got one thing, so obviously we're not going to get any formations there. They're firing their cannons either side, and I will see if I can target them. You can see that my shields are absorbing all these shots, so that's good. Don't really have to worry too much about that. They are getting closer, though. Obviously, if their ship was more maneuverable, then it would be able to get around the back and such. But we are able to just back up here and keep firing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to target their weapons. I'm going to target the command center at the front, which is now gone. So they're pretty much out of command, look. So they're just going to spiral round and round and round. This is actually one of the most difficult tasks now in killing this thing, because we're now putting loads of damage on all the sides. We're not just focusing on one side. What I'm going to do is tell them to go there. They will keep firing if you're not actually right-clicked on attacking them. If you haven't done that, then, you know, they will actually still attack. But, yeah. There you go. Let's ram into this and see what happens. There you go, look. I actually pushed the debris. Okay, so that is it. What we need to do now is go to a different area, but we can't because we don't have an FTL drive. Let's resolverate that. We didn't even take any damage there at all. We didn't have to repair anything. That's because we had so much... We had so much... shields on the front. I've replaced the fire extinguisher there, so what I'm going to do is just move it to about there. That should be fine. And what will happen now, you can see we've got this this jump drive in here. We need to select where we're going to go. So it costs a certain amount of jump fuel, which we've currently got 82 FTL fuel. We'll say jump to there, and then we'll activate that, and then eventually what we do is we spool the drive. It'll align to the system. They'll all take loads of batteries, then they put it inside this spooling thing. Sometimes you because based on the size of ship, you might need multiple FTL drives, but for the moment we're okay, and we'll click engage, and then Battlestar Galactica jump, and there we go. We're now here. Excellent. So we'll see what's up above us. We can buy another ship if we really want to. You can see it over here, and you can got loads of different models. So there's built-in ships. You've got loads of different types of ships that are either in the game or have been made by other people. Obviously, if this was on like Steam Workshop, this would be obviously very heavily expanded. In terms of the size of ships, I've seen ships that are well, a lot smaller than this, so it's very small, but one's up to, you know, hundreds of crew, like loads and loads of crew, loads of weapons on the front, loads of shields, massive ships. So it looks to be quite robust as well, which is good. This ship, however, is not very good as far as I can tell. I'm just going to target that thing on the front there. Obviously, they are just, well, they're just going to get absolutely pounded. There's no way they can take this amount of shots. Obviously, our cannon's firing and hitting very hard. We're taking out there, yeah, we've taken out the control room, so it's just going to spin. You might want to abandon ship there, mate. Nah, it's not going to happen. Come on. Boom. Target defeated. Right, we'll go for this one here. And this is the game, really. Obviously, if you want to build your own ships, you can do that. You can buy ships. You can build it elsewhere. You can I'm guessing, build one from scratch. Oh, there's also an undo thing as well. You can load ship shape from PNG. Loads of basic shape of the ship. Oh, corridor on tiles. That's pretty cool. Didn't know about that. So you can load a PNG and get a overview of something. That'd be quite nice. I'll load Excalibur and then the Battlestar Galactica and very, very nice things. That'll be good. Right, so that's gone. I'm just thinking, can we build a base star? That'd be really cool. Loads of missiles all over it. I want to try a missile system out, but I don't think our ship's big enough. Anyway, this ship's dead pretty much. Not really going to have much of a problem. I can go into build mode while fighting, which is interesting. I don't think I can add parts. Or maybe I can add parts. Doesn't seem to be that great, but whatever. You've also got select tools. You've got mirroring tools, as I said. You've got blueprint mode, so make a temporary changes, and then you can like accept it later on. You know what? This is more featured than a lot of the other games of this type that I've made. I cannot understand why he's not shifting it for money. Maybe he's just not wanting to sell out. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, not that I think that, you know, the people who've got games like this are similar to it and not as featured are a sellout. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that this, I would pay money for this. No problem whatsoever. I would happily pay cash dollars, money, generic credits for this thing. Don't know how much I would pay, because although the moment to moment is okay when you're building and such, the combat is fairly basic, and I don't know what's going to keep me in the game. You know, the idea of expanding your ship is pretty cool, but you know, there's no like exploration stuff. There's no story with it. There's no like real sort of tactics and things I have to think about, other than it's got the same problem that a lot of these space games have, which is put a load of guns pointing forward and put all of your defenses pointing forward, and the chances are you're gonna win, because that fast ship that's really, really fast and cool, guess what? If you fire 100 lasers at it, some of them are gonna hit, and then it's gonna get hit and killed, and there you go, you're gonna kill it. There's no cloaking systems, there's no like things like that to get around that. It's just brute force and ignorance. But that it is what it is. You know, that's the game. So you either like that or you don't. In terms of its looks, obviously quite colourful. It's got a lot of colours going on. Very, very basic, but I don't mind that at all. It is what it is again. And you know what, you can say what you want about it. Give it any criticism. It's free. It's not currently for sale, and you can, well, it's fun enough to say it's not for sale. You can get it for free. It doesn't cost you a penny. So, yeah. Would I recommend you check it out? Well, if you like what you see, you've got nothing to lose, have you? You've got nothing to lose. Don't know if there's going to be multiplayer or anything like that added later on. Have no idea. Haven't checked it out. But, from what I've seen so far, it's a fantastic piece of kit. Even considering doing a bit of a mini-series on it. But that would be building up shapes and progressing on. We've got enough money now so we can buy a different ship. Let's buy the Model R. So we buy that ship, and then there you go. We now have a ship. It says it's not currently powered up, which is technically true. That's because they haven't gone and powered all of the different modules up. We will need a jump drive in this thing, so we'll go over to build mode and then into the FTL drive and put an FTL drive right next to the reactor. Hang on, that was in blueprint mode. Oops, hang on. Close, cancel, make it so. There we go. And that makes it so. Excellent. So, what we'll do, we'll select both of these, and then we will go to our next system, which will be there. And it costs more fuel because it's further away, but that'll then spool the drives up, and you can see they're all going to go in. Sounds quite basic, but again, does the job. And ding! I don't know, it's like someone just like hitting a... I think that ting noise is literally someone hitting a glass jar with a spoon. Anyway, that is a little bit of the game. If you like what you see, then by all means check it out. Links are in the description, so you can give it a go. As I said, it is not chargeable, so no harm, no foul, really. I am looking forward to see what they do with this one, because it's a lot more promising, a lot more featured, and quite honestly a lot more stable than a lot of the other starship building games that have been about. As I said, it has the same sort of issues that I can't speak for its longevity. This is obviously personal opinion, you understand, but well, and all videos. But what I'm saying is that guns forward, Lots of shields, lots of armor, a lot of defense. There you go, you win. It would be nice to have things like boosters, so you can zip around the back, and stealth systems, and maybe boarding would be quite nice. Boarding would be give it an additional layer, and like stuff that would hit the target and stun it. I think you actually do. You have one of those? I might be. There's electro bolt. Yes, fires a bolt of electrical energy that deals a little damage but can short circuit enemy systems. So yeah, you have got stuff like that. But you know what? Anything could happen here, and all of the basics are in, all the foundations are in. It's not just a proof of concept, it shows you really what can be done. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens with this one. Might be playing more. Links in the description, as I said. You can check it out yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.